has cruised through to the semi-final once more. Tai Tzu Ying, the world #1. We stay with women's singles, and what a match up next. It's a repeat of the Olympic final. Pusarla Sindhu of India up against the Olympic champion Carolina Marin. After that, we've got the world champion Victor Axelsen against the 11-time former champion here of his home event, Lee Chong-wei. Then it's two men's doubles to finish quarterfinals play here today in Kuala Lumpur. So obviously, as far as the women's singles draw is concerned, we know that the winner of this next match we're about to watch will play against the defending champion. The former champion, Rachana Kintanon, who won the title 2 years ago, was already through in the bottom half of the draw. And Herbing Jiao against Akane Yamaguchi right in that bottom quarter. But as I say, we have got a repeat of the Olympic final. What a final it was in Rio de Janeiro. Three thrilling games, an hour and 23 minutes of pulsating badminton before Carolina Marin finally beat the very spirited Pusarla Sindhu 21-15 in that deciding game. Carolina Marin, there she is, the left-hander, the reigning European champion. Twice world champion as well. I was reading an article just the other day that she's really targeting the World Championships again this year. Well, Pusarla Sindhu, not only the silver medal at the Olympic Games in Rio de Janeiro, but also the silver medal at the last World Championships staged in Glasgow. And that was a thrilling match too, an hour and 50 minutes, probably one of the best matches I've ever watched. Well, this is the 11th meeting between these two players, and Carolina Marin has the advantage, having won 6 of the previous 10, including the last time they met, which was the quarterfinal of the Singapore Open last year. 2 straight games it was on that occasion, but always difficult conditions in the Singapore Open. And I wonder if that had an effect. Well, they're two wonderful players, these two ladies. Pusarla Sindhu, 22 years of age, so she'll turn 23 next month. Born in Hyderabad, spent a total of 10 weeks as world #2. 1 place down from that at the moment, making her 6th appearance here at the Malaysian Open and equaling her best ever performance here, which was a quarterfinal 2 years ago when she lost to Rachana, who went on to win the title. She beat Ohori in the first round, saved 2 game points in that opening game, and then in the second round she beat the silver medalist from the 2015 World Junior Championships, Lee Ying from Malaysia. Of course, Lee Ying lost that World Junior Championship final to the player we've just watched, Go Jin Wei, first ever All-Malaysian World Junior Championship women's singles final. Carolina Marin, the #6 seed here, turned 25 earlier this month. Born in Huelva in Spain, and former world #1, 2 finals here. Winner 3 years ago and then beaten in the final last year losing to Tai Tzu Ying in the final. Her 2 World Championship gold medals were in Jakarta in 2015 and the year before that in Copenhagen. Oh my goodness me, she had a tough match in the first round against the reigning World Junior Champion Tunjun from Indonesia. Comfortable in the 3rd game, as you can see. In fact, it was very comfortable in the 1st game as well. Not quite sure what happened in the 2nd game there. But yesterday beat Chuang Ang Yi, saving a game point in that opening game before winning it 24, 22, 21, 11. So David Wong from Malaysia is our umpire for this. Stephen Ong Also from Malaysia, our service judge. Well, that Olympic final, Steen, really was an absolute thriller, wasn't it? It'll live in my memory for a long, long time.
Yeah, one of the most exciting matches I've seen. There was one women's singles final last year at the World Championships that perhaps topped it, and PV Sindhu was a part of that also, and again on the wrong podium. So
yeah, and there's been a lot made, I think, in the Indian media about her loss in major finals, because she also lost the Super Series final at the end of last year.
And she lost the Commonwealth Games final to Saina Nehwal.
And the Indian Open final this year.
So
now we're doing it.
Yeah, we're doing it, but that's
the harsh reality.
That's what we should do.
Yeah.
The thing for the players is to realize that if you can keep putting yourself in positions where you play finals, then eventually you're going to win one.
And that's exactly what Pusarla actually said in response to the media. She said, 2 years ago, I would have been happy to be in a semi-final. Now I'm happy to be in finals, and I'll be even happier when I start winning finals. But it's better than not being in the final.
Exactly.
Good attitude.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Pusarla v. Sindhu, India. And on my left, Carolina Marin, Spain. Carolina Marin to serve, love all, play.
So the Olympic champion gets the match underway against the Olympic silver medalist. Well, I think if the match is half as good as that final in Rio, I think we're in for a treat right now.
Service over. 1-all. Service over.
Not the best of serves from Marin.
2-1.
Yeah, well, I think the Malaysian fans might get on the back of Carolina Marin with all verbal celebrations after rallies.
Yeah.
I don't think she'll mind if the crowd get on her back, though. She's a feisty character, isn't she? Oh, good block. Good rally. Let's go wide. Yeah.
Good call, Joe.
Service over.
And it's a good chance to see where these two players are standing at the moment. And I don't really have a good feel of it. None of them were playing the Youth Cup. Sindhu didn't play on the Indian team there, and the Spanish team withdrew from the tournament, so they've had a long practice period, so to speak.
It came back in. That equates to your theory yesterday, Steen, about the
A little
drift.
bit of side drift, but
Yeah.
not too much.
Yeah, from
And
right to left.
Yesterday I spoke to one of the coaches.
5,
and said
3.
that all of a sudden, all drift was gone at one point, and that's really, really disturbing for the players if the conditions change all the time. Of course, some players will benefit from it, and some will not. So for some players, it would be okay if the drift changed all the time.
Service over. 4, 5.
But it's a good opportunity also to see the winner of this match tomorrow against Tai Su Ying and see where do they stand, these two players who played the Olympic final and sort of were the first movers in terms of being really, really physical in their game, because
5.
as of late, I would say that they've been surpassed by the more technical players who's upped their physical standards, so to speak. So I'm looking forward to see both this match and the proceedings.
Yeah. Oh, yes. That's a great angle, but the movement there from the left-hander to get herself there so early to be able to play that cross-court winner. Look at that, she's read it so early, she's moved quickly. Brilliant.
And that's one of the situations where Sindhu is choosing to survive one more shot than try to play a bit more with variety.
6.
It's so easy to try and get it away, but you can't get it away from there. Playing a little bit up against the drift, there's at least a really good chance that Marin will be firing a smash at her the next time. So I think the real difficulty for these two players is when they play players with good deceptive skills.
Seven, 6.
Do you think it makes a difference to Marin when she doesn't have her long-term coach, Fernando Rivas, with her? Of course, he's got a family now, so isn't travelling as much. And he was with her when she was a real youngster and developing as a player.
Yeah, I'm certain that it makes a difference. I mean, there's several good coaches in Spain, and it also goes for Anders Thompson, the Dane, who's the assistant coach there. It just makes a difference, and but it's quite equal here, because on the other side of the court, I don't see any Pusarla Gopichan there, who has been coaching PV Sindhu. So they're both without their normal coach, so to speak.
Yeah.
It was actually interesting. I read that. We learned in 2017 that Saina Nehwal, who had in 2014 moved away from Gopichan's academy to Vimal Kumar and was moving back in 2017. I read that after the Commonwealth Games final, they're no longer training together.
No, that's right.
And that's really odd. Then I don't really see the point in going back. I mean, yeah, you could go there because you choose the coach, but the sparring, if you get afraid of sparring with the other players, with the other strong players, then I think you're on a wrong track.
Yeah. I gather PV Sindhu is actually training at a different venue. She's still working with Gopichan, but she's at the old academy.
Yeah.
He's got a new academy.
It's
And
500 meters apart or something
yeah,
like that.
yeah. Decision to train separately is even more bewildering when I remember reading something in the Indian media and PV Sindhu saying that the rivalry with Nehwal was good. It would help them both improve.
Yeah, so that
It's sort of
you can't really trust that then.
Yeah.
if they don't practice together, then it's only good if I win.
yeah.
And the thing is, Saina is of course much more experienced and has all her career had to be good at tactical skills. So if they play a match without coaching, then Saina would have a natural advantage.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
10-all.
Well, we thought this would be close, and it certainly is in these early stages. This next rally will decide who has the advantage at the mid-game interval.
Well played. Oh,
Service
something
over.
happened.
11-10
Yeah.
interval.
Carolina Marin stretching her knee after that rally. Watch this. Straight after the rally. Well, unfortunately, we didn't see it. 9 minutes. Get to the mid-game interval.
120 seconds. Clock 120 seconds. Coach. Coach.
I was reading somewhere, Steen, that Carolina Marin actually wants to be called Carolina Marin Martin.
And that's, I
Her
think, her full name.
Yes, that's her mother's, Martin is her mother's maiden name, a
Yeah.
bit like Arantxa Sanchez Vicario. She
Yeah.
was known as Arantxa Sanchez for many years, and then she said, no, actually, it's Arantxa Sanchez Vicario, tennis player, of course,
Play.
I'm referring to.
We've seen some of the players changing the name on the back. Compared to what we've used to seeing them. I can't really think of an example right now. I'm just sure that we've seen it.
PV Sindhu.
11
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
all.
used to just have Sindhu on her back and known throughout all of her home country as PV Sindhu, but now has Pusarla on the back of the shirt. Last couple of rallies, it's Carolina Marin who's dictated the pace.
Yeah. There's a lot of good rallies.
Play.
It's a really, really good match. I still keep sitting here comparing and saying what happens when it's Tai Tzu Ying and all her deceptions on the other side, or it's Akane Yamaguchi with all her deceptions on the other side. I'm really looking forward to see that, because as good as this match is until now, then I still think that they play pretty much like I expected they would play against each other.
Do you think one of them should change it up then?
30.
Or that they don't have the skills to play? They simply can't play like Tai Tzu Ying.
They can't play like Tai Tzu Ying, but they need to better their skills just a little bit.
Yeah.
I think changing the style totally, that would be a mistake, because they should still keep on doing what they're good at. But got to put on, you got to add a little bit to your game. It's really tough being on top of the world because everybody else is looking at you, trying to figure out what it takes to beat you, and that puts emphasis on the longevity of Lin Dan and Lee Chong Wei, who's been in the top of men's singles for 12,
14
perhaps even
years.
14 years.
Yeah.
Lin Dan was the top seed at the Olympics in 2004.
Yeah.
That's an amazing accomplishment, in my opinion, because everybody's been looking at them. Everybody's got the video. Everybody could see how they played.
40.
Yet they couldn't come up with anything. I admire the players who, when you see them, when you haven't seen them for 2-3 months, perhaps 5 months, and then you come and see them, they've added something new to their game. That's really that's fantastic, in my opinion. That's true professionalism.
Good retrieving. Oh, that's lovely from Pusarla.
Service over. Marin, showman white to the top. Marin. Thank you. $13, 14.
Both players trying to put a lot of pressure on the opponent's backhand side. Attacking wise, a lot of the smashes and attacking shots directed at the backhand side.
Oh, good return.
Yeah, a very good return.
Service over. 15 all.
Malaysia. Serving judge Muniro Komando in Malaysia. Box 3.
Service over. 16, 15.
Well, I don't think the idea was so bad. And she seemed to be there early.
She was there early, and if you can take it that early, then normally it's a good shot. It's just so important with variation. Yes, all the top players or their coaches and countries, they have video analysis equipment today, so the players know each other's playing style really, really well.
17-15. Play.
It's a good lift. My goodness. There was a tight spinning net shot from Carolina Marin, and the lift from Pusarla was superb. Right to the back of the court.
Service over. 16-18.
Oi, that's a miss hit.
17-18. Shuffle. Marin.
Great follow-up.
That's encouraging for Marin, because we've been lacking those kind of follow-ups for some time. I believe in attacking abilities. Have not been there for some time, in my opinion, and it would be good for her if they're on their way back.
Such an important point. And it's gone wide. A run of 4 straight points, and Marin goes back into the lead.
Also, Sindhu just giving her coaches a quick look, and they were sort of nodding and applauding. And I think she was looking for advice.
It's gone long. Well, it's a run of 5 straight points now.
Challenge. That's way too late. I thought that was too late.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you, Steve.
Because it was not a challenge to see whether it was in or out. She could clearly see it was out. It was a challenge to take a break, and she just happened to think, oh, that's a possibility.
Yeah.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining.
Now this is where it makes a difference whether you are really close with your coaches or it's coaches that you haven't had for a long time, because Gobichan, he will know what kind of things to, how much he can say to Sindhu at the moment.
Yeah. 2 game point opportunities now to Carolina Marin.
Ooh, that was one she needed.
Yeah.
19, 20.
Well, the run comes to an end at those 5 straight points. I mean, I thought at 18-13, Sindhu was looking as if she was going to take this opening game. It's wide, wide open now. Well, that's a nice shot. Wide, 20 all. 2 game points have been saved. And the 2 points since that tactical challenge. So extra points required, and so there's a clear 2-point winning margin. Oh, my goodness me.
21, 20.
So having just saved 2 game point opportunities, now Pusarla Venkata Sindhu has a game point herself. And she converts on a run of 4 straight points from 18-20 down.
22-20.
She made a challenge knowing that the challenge would not be successful, but it gave her the break that she obviously needed to get her mind reset and refocused. And Pusarla Venkata Sindhu takes the opening game 22-20. in 25 minutes of play.
I want to make him run here, run here, run here, run here. Make him run. Don't give the same. See, don't give here only. I don't want. I want you to make him run only. Then you left you are. Make him run with difficult. It is very difficult. That's better. That's simple. Okay? You must play all the varieties. Then please close and open game. Why open? I love him play. That is a one by one. See, service must have varieties.
Court 1, 27. Court 1, 27.
Okay? On the one.
Pusarla.
Well, she took the opening game in the Olympic final, did Pusarla Venkata Sindhu against Carolina Marin.
Second game. Love all. Play.
Well, of their 10 previous matches, it's only 3 times gone the full distance. And I wonder if it might be a little difficult for Carolina Marin to control the shuttle from the end she's at the moment. On the first day, I thought the drift was going faster towards the far end of the court.
I think it is too.
You think it still is?
Yeah. Sindhu is playing with the drift.
1-all.
Well, given what you were saying earlier about one of the coaches you'd spoken to who said that the drift ceased at one stage or changed, it is incredibly difficult for players then to figure it out within the match.
2-1.
And when choosing ends, you'll choose the end that's according to the drift.
You will. You will start on the presumably worst side if you have the choice, so that you are finishing an eventual third game on the good side.
That's a lovely punch, Claire.
Service over.
Couldn't convert.
Change. 2-all. Play. Service over. 3-2. Quickly. Salah.
Marin moved out of the
3-2.
sports college where she'd lived in since she was 14 years old. After the Olympics, got a flat in Madrid, reasonably close to the national center in Madrid. And I just heard that now that she's actually decided to move back in order to go for this third world champion title. And that's interesting because
Yeah, good dedication.
Service over.
it's definitely not the most amusing place, but it's really good if you want to become good at sports.
Yeah.
Service judge Malaysia, Court 2.
And focus entirely on practicing.
Just long.
4-3. Marin.
Looking a little bit worried, unless Thompson. In 18-14, this was a very possible situation that she would be one game down, but that run of points basically should have won the first game.
Yeah.
And perhaps it hurts a little bit more losing the first game this way than just losing in 21, 16, 17 or something like that.
Missed it.
6-3.
Yeah, good
Service
follow-up.
over.
It's interesting, Steen. I was just
4.
thinking, I wonder how many
6.
points Pusarla has been given throughout this match, because the number of times that I've seen her hit a winner is relatively few.
Yeah.
There's been too many mistakes from the left-hander.
5-6.
You know, an error like that on the defensive shot from PV Sindhu, I don't see as an error. I think that's a
No,
forced
that's a
error.
forced error.
Oh, a real ebb and flow to this match, isn't there?
I was thinking about it. That, I mean, there's 4 World Tour tournaments, including this one, to come, and then we have the World Championship. So we can't expect the players to be in absolutely top shape here. Even though I feel that world number 1 Tai Tzu Ying, she's always seeming to be in quite good playing form, and this is a really good match. But I think the Olympic final was better. It was played at a higher pace.
Yes.
So if they want to win, if Marin wants to win this 3rd World Championship title, if Sindhu wants to win a major title, they better be better than they were at the Olympics, because some of the other players are better.
Yes.
Now, so it's not so much to get back to where you were, it's to get better than you were in 2016. And it's a little bit difficult when for instance, Marin hasn't won as much as she's used to, because it hurts the confidence. There's been some leads that have been slipping away. I remember the one in All England when Ratchanok came back, and it takes time to regain that that confidence. So it's a long and hard road.
Yeah.
We can see it from players also coming back from injury. Jano Jorgensen, he's feeling quite insecure, I would suspect, at the moment, because he's not really winning any matches. Yet he was clearly top 10 when he first suffered the injury. So it takes time to get back, and it takes a lot of mental strength.
Yes, just to emphasise your point, in 2015, Carolina Marin was in 8 finals, winning 6 of them. She did win her last tournament, though, which was the European Championships, but
that doesn't really count, because
it's not a world stage.
The challenge in Europe is not really that big.
And losing 5 straight points, as she's just done, to go to the mid-game interval.
And that's not the way to do it.
No. 6-all to 11-6.
Once you push, ready a shot. When you're ready, then when you cross, you not just block first. Understand that?
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1.
But the first game here is, in my opinion, a great illustration of the difference between pre-Olympics and the Olympics, and then post-Olympics. And Marin has said it herself in interviews that it's hard because I've won everything I set out to win, so I need to find new goals, new motivation. But it sort of materializes in this end of first game, because if I, prior to the Olympics, had described this situation for you, Marin trailing 14-18, taking 6 straight points, having 2 game points at 20-18, and then asked you, and then what happened? Then you would say, then Marin won it 21-18.
Yeah.
And post-Olympic, if I asked you the same question, you would say Marin lost it.
Yeah. Oh goodness!
Oy, oy, oy.
Oh my goodness! I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all.
Are you okay?
Did her ankle go?
No.
I know she fell heavily on her posterior, but crikey, I didn't like that.
No,
I think she's
really,
all right.
really bad.
Oh no, it was a tumble. It was a tumble. She's all right.
But as you say, a tumble on the posterior, and she'd had injury troubles in her lower back.
Oh,
So
goodness.
That's also part of the equation, so to speak, when we speak about pre-Olympic, post-Olympic, Marin.
Six.
Yeah. Well, that is worrying. No doubt about it. No, she's hurt. She is definitely hurt.
13-6.
Well, it wasn't her ankle.
No, she just fell backwards.
Yeah. Oh, it was 7 straight points.
7.
That's all that rally.
13.
And then again, talking about these pre and post Olympic situations for Marin, I still feel that it was only just a little bit missing at last year's World Championship before she could have regained the World Championship title. She was in a good position against Nozomi Okuhara, leading 14-12 in the 3rd game, but then I think actually she lost 9 points in a row, and of course we know Okuhara went on to win the title.
Yeah.
8-13.
There's a couple of sharp rallies there following that accident.
Oh, that's landed on the line.
10-13.
Well, this is good fighting spirit. Sometimes difficult for opponents as well, because you say to yourself, right, I've got to move her more if she's struggling with a back injury.
Yeah.
Well, no, should you not just stick to the original game plan?
And the problem is that you just start thinking, so it doesn't matter what you think. It's wrong no matter what, because you start disturbing yourself.
Yes.
Good clears.
This is an important rally, you know. Oh, it's just long.
Service over. 14-10. Shuttle.
But emphasizing your point that Sindhu has got problems scoring points herself on Marin.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Just wide.
Challenge.
Yeah. No, I fear it would be a
Carolina
wasted challenge.
Marin challenges call out.
You're right, Steen. I am much better on the challenges when I sit on an angle to the court.
Yeah, but it's
One challenge
you
remaining.
have to make a bit better effort.
15.
More sharp.
10.
Shut and sure.
Play.
Senses.
terrific.
Service over. 11-15. Play.
Oh, that's sensational shot. Oh, goodness me.
15.
Just turn the racket head at the last moment to guide that across court. Wonderful. Well,
13. 15.
this is far from over yet.
Salah.
To me, it says a little bit, or indicates, this of course I could be wrong, but it indicates a little bit about the state that Sindhu is in right now. If I were her right now, she should be full of confidence. I'm winning this match.
Yeah.
I'm playing well. But she's not.
No.
15. Marin.
8 of the last 10 points to Carolina Marin.
Play.
There's a challenge here from Marin. She might
Carolina
be
Marin challenges
more
for
successful with this one. Her challenge was immediate.
Yeah, definitely was. But I think it was a lot like the challenge that Sindhu made, sort of to get a break.
Yeah, good call, line judge.
Challenge unsuccessful.
No challenges
No
left.
challenges remaining.
Nonetheless, it goes to 3 games.
Service over. Marin. (16) 14. Play. Service over.
Just fell off the racket.
Yeah.
15, 16.
Missed that.
And that could be
Service
costly.
over. 17, 15.
Well, when you consider she was 6-13 down.
And then it's a good position. And you can't expect to win all the rallies.
Right. Yeah.
18, 15.
Good angle from Pusarla. I remember the scoreline 18-15 in the opening game. That's a super block
19-15.
from Sindhu.
Shuttle.
Not quite sure what the shot was from Carolina Marin, whether it was a smash or a clear.
It was definitely either a short clear or a high smash.
Service over. 60.
Nice change of pace.
19.
Body language of PV Sindhu suggests she's very nervous indeed.
She doesn't feel secure yet. Good shot.
Oh, good defence.
Fantastic save.
Wonderful reactions from Pusarla Venkata Sindhu. And quick thinking too. Playing that into the open space. Oh, what a wonderful rally to bring us to match point opportunities.
Marin. $20. Match point 17. Service over.
Oh, going for the acute angle.
Change. $18. 20.
One match point saved. Oh, good net shot, short lift. 2 match points saved. But one more remains.
$19. 20.
It's almost a rerun of the first game.
Yes. Will it be third time lucky for PV Sindhu? Indeed it is. And Pusarla Venkata Sindhu reverses the results of the Olympic final, beating Carolina Marin in 2 straight games, 22-20, 21-19 in the second. A match lasting 52 minutes.
Won by Pusarla v Sindhu.
This is the final rally.
21-19.
Well, congratulated by her coaches. Saved the game points opportunity, 2 game point opportunities in the opening game. But it's how you finish that matters. 22-20, 21-19.